hit the Chiefs in. Let's go.
So the Chiefs actually looked pretty good in the Super Rugby. The full Super Rugby earlier in the year. Only lost 2 of their 6 games. One was a last-minute extra-time drop goal, lost to the Canes. Was a very tight match. They really should have won it. They had lots of opportunities and just didn't take them. Their other loss was to the Brumbies, in which they conceded 18 turnovers throughout the game. And were 26-0 down, but got it back to 26-14, which was a pretty bad loss on their part. But they have, on the whole, this season looked pretty good and pretty exciting. They've got the third most tries, most of any New Zealand team. But obviously they played the Sunwolves and the Tars, so obviously smashed them. But probably most significant for their season is they beat both the Crusaders and the Blues, which will be their 2 hardest teams within the competition. And they have looked pretty exciting, and they've done some, from the highlights I saw, done some really good set piece moves or scrums and lineouts, and have looked really kind of efficient with Cruden and Webber controlling their backline. So then kind of just quickly onto the 5 players to watch. Aaron Cruden's obviously got to be up there. Come back from Europe, not looked in too bad form, and kind of I think he's got 50 All Blacks caps. So he knows his stuff, and he's been controlling that backline really well, along with Webber, Brad Webber, who's another one to watch. He's only got 4 New Zealand caps. But he's been kicking around the New Zealand setup for a few years now. I think he made 1 appearance at the World Cup. And then other people probably to watch out for in their backline, Anton Leonard-Brown, who has been a superb centre for New Zealand. He's still only 25, but I think he's got 30-odd caps, but he's a class centre and linking up with Cruden. And he's pretty dynamic. He's never going to be a player to bosh people around the park, but he's quite a slick, standard kind of 13. And the other one to watch, hopefully he doesn't get injured, is Damien McKenzie. Obviously been riddled with injuries for the past 2 years. I think he's done his knees in a few times, and he lights up the field. And he's really good at coming in, sweeping round, and having Aaron Cruden slip a pass out the back, and setting up his wingers. He's a really good kind of fullback who will play with his wingers. And then the last one to watch, who I think is probably the most exciting player, but probably not the biggest name, is Lachlan Boshier, who has been a great open side and flanker for the Chiefs when he's not playing with Sam Cane, who might play 6 or they might play 7. But he has been great for the Chiefs this year. He again has been linked with potential All Blacks caps. He's yet to get one, but he's 25, and this year he had 17 turnovers in 6 games, which is superb, and a 90% tackle success rate. So I think he's definitely one to watch. He's been on a great vein of form, and I think especially with Sam Cane in the side, they've got a real big threat on their back row. That's probably it from me on the Chiefs. I don't know if there's anything to add.
Lachlan Bashir was having the greatest season of his life. He was playing absolutely fantastically. Hopefully he's still in that form when they come back, because in a team with a good pack, that obviously being coached by Warren Gatland doesn't do any harm to a back rower. But yeah, fantastic player.
I missed out Sam Cane, even though he is New Zealand captain, which is pretty controversial, but I think Boshier is taking his limelight at the moment in club rugby.
I love Brad Webber. I think Brad Webber's class. I think potentially he could be the next All Blacks 9. He's young. Really excited 9. A 9 I absolutely love because he's like snipes. He's so quick. He could even be on the wings. He's that quick. But interestingly as well, watch the Chiefs. They're the only team that beat the Crusaders this year. And they beat them quite convincingly by 10 points. So that's one to watch, especially if they're playing in Hamilton. So that is definitely one to watch.